PMRP, first you need to go to the Fury library, correct? I'm going to the Fury library here. Okay. First, I need to check what are the different applications available for PMRP. Earlier, initially there were three different applications. Here also you can see the three applications, but actually in real, there are only two. One is actually in built up other. Okay. How you can find out? You can go to the Fury library. You can go to your SAP Fury applications for S/4HANA by line of business for manufacturing. Okay. Now there are so many applications here. So you just put here PMRP and check whether there is something. I'm just searching PMRP. Yeah. See, there are three applications. One is PMRP capacity simulation. Second one is PMRP simulation. And third one is schedule PMRP. Now you need to have access for that. How to get the access for that? You need to go to the detailed implementation information for that. You need to check your version. Your version is 1909. For 1909, you need to find out the OData service and what? Business role, correct? This is the most important thing. Copy that business role and assign it to your profile in /NSU01. Okay. You can put down here user ID. You can check whether you have authorization for that. I guess that role is already assigned to me. This one is right, correct? BR production planner. That role is already there. So that application should be available in my Fury Launchpad. Now I'm going to my Fury Launchpad. If not, you can simply get this role and you can assign it to your user and you will be able to access that application, correct? Now I'm going to the Fury, okay? You can put down Z1909 LG02 user ID, password. Okay, so see here I have created one separate node where I do have different application kept here. Okay, what is the sequence for that application? First you need to put the plan independent requirement, correct? I'm going back, guys. I just do one thing. Okay, I'll go back, no problem. First, you need to give the plan independent requirement. Then I'll put this application first. So that step by step you can do the thing. I'll put that application first. Second one is you need to schedule the MRP, PMRP, and then process the PMRP. This is also a managed PIR application, but that is absolute now. Now maintain PIR application is there for you. Okay, you can simply go to that application, or you can do it by MD61 also. Okay, here put down your material for which you are supposed to do the planning, and the material name is TJ03 dash LTP. I guess this one. Okay, and MRP area is this. Go. Now this is the material, correct? Here you can go and create the plan independent requirement with simulation mode 00, correct? Version, create and edit. See the same screen you can see here from month and year and this thing. Okay, what I'll do from January, actually I'll put a demand here, and here I'll put 200. Here I'll put again 100. We'll create some more capacity constraint, okay, to see how to tackle it. Okay, demand is done. I have created only for 7th month. That's fine. Go back to your home page. I'm sorry. See 1909 LG02. Okay, save. No modification exists. That's fine. Go back. Now, guys, if you if you go to MD04 or MD04, okay, you can check. Okay, not this LTP FG plan orders. Yeah, this is the demand. Red one. No, not that one. Which material we put the demand? Just a minute, guys. We are getting confused again. MD61. I'm checking the demand for this material. Yeah, this is the demand 100, 200 that we have kept for this material at active version. Okay. If you go back to MT04, you can see that demand is there. Okay. 100, 100, 150. Yeah, this is the demand we just gave. Okay. From January 21. I don't know. This plan, LSF, we have created actually. Someone has run the MRP at a material level. So I'll remove the demand, then only you will be able to understand MD62. Okay, I'll just go here. I'll delete the demand from here. Maybe we haven't deleted that properly. That is the reason. That's fine. MD04. Still there are some plan orders, right? I'll run MRP and I'll remove this thing from here. Slash MD02. 1, 2, 2. I'm just removing everything, okay? So that, yes. Now guys, start from initial. First, you put a demand by MD61 or by that Fury application. Both are fine for me. So I'm putting demand by MD61, okay, at active version. Here, I'll give the demand from next month, next year actually. Future demand from 1st January to 31st of December month. Here I'll say, okay, here I need 100, here I need 100, here I need 100, but here I need 400. Here again I need 100, 100, 100, 100. Here we may need 500. Here again 100, here again 100, here again 200. Okay, this is the demand at active version. Okay guys, we are at this stage. We are talking about PMRP now. We given the demand to the system. Now, before going to the real MRP run, we need to know the capacity constraint or any obstacle. The same like LTP what we did over there. Just go to the one application, this application, and schedule a PMRP simulation job. Okay. How to do it? There is an application of simulation. Okay. Here, you can simply go and add a job, new job. Here you have two options, PMRP at a top level material and PMRP at a top work center level. So we are doing our predictive MRP at a top material level, finish material level, right? So that is fine. Then you need to give the ID for the reference plan. So what I'm giving any ID TJ03 underscore PMRP underscore 001. Okay, so that it will be more clear for me. Also, you need to give the description for that. Same way, you need to give the simulation ID. Okay, simulation ID and your reference ID should not be exactly same. So what I'll do, I'll say it's 0001. Okay, and again I'll put something here as a test so that otherwise if there are already exists, it will throw us an error. I'm just giving a name for that, right? Then from start date to end date, from 1st of I'll say okay, it should be from 01/01/21 to 31st December. Okay. This information that you need to put it here. This information you need to put it here. That's it. Then here you can give the plant. For which plant? TJ03. And here, if you have a material number, you can give the material number. Otherwise, it will plan for all the materials in the plant. So what I'll do, I'll give the material number also here. That's it. Click on check. It's saying you can go ahead and schedule the job. Okay, we are running the PMRP job. Schedule it. Once you schedule, it will show you the status here. It's in a progress. Okay, if you refresh it, it will get completed. Yes, it's finished. Correct. And the last one is this one. So you can find the logs here. If you click here, it will give you the logs of that MRP job, right? Also, if you go and click here on results, it will show you the same like our MD01 results are there, right? This materials has been planned by this. If you go inside, it will give you these two materials has been planned by the PMRP. That's what it will show you. That's it. You don't need to do anything here. Okay. Simply you have run the just given the future demand to the system and schedule your PMRP simulation job. Okay. Now just go to this application, most important application in PMRP. You will get all the things what you did here in the single application. And also system will give you the proposals, how it looks. Okay, I'm going to process PMRP simulations. Now here there are so many simulations someone has done. Okay, we need to find out our simulation TJ03 test, correct? This one. And go ahead. Now see, system is saying there is TJ PMRP test simulation. If you click here, it's saying, see, there are two capacity constraints. If you see here, capacity issues are two. Delivery performance is 100%. You have just created the simulation job. That's it. Okay. If you go to the simulation summary, it will show you total capacity issues are two. Okay. Then what are that issues? If you want to find out, you need to go in more detail. It's still saying unresolved 4 issues are there. Okay. Capacity overload in month of this April, then month of May, then September and October. And this much of the missing quantity, because we have given extra load in this month of this quantity, extra load of this quantity, the extra load of this quantity. That's how it only shows you. Okay, just go back and now try to find out the solution. What to do now? Now we have done the simulation run till that point. I'm okay. In LTP also we used to do the same thing and we used to get the report. What is new in this application? If you select and go inside, okay. Now see here it is showing, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 months has been affected because of these two capacity issues. Now you want to resolve it. Okay. What we used to do in long-term planning, we used to get the report. We used to look into the capacity planning tab wherever it is overloaded, and it show exactly like this red. But it doesn't propose us the solution what to do. Here, let's say I want to resolve the issues in the month of April. What is the issue? Just click it here. If you click here, there are two tabs are there. What it is saying, 170% capacity is overloaded. If you go to the capacity simulation plan, just click it here. What it is showing, in that month, it will show you saying, okay, in that month, April month, your available capacity is this much green. Overloaded capacity is this much. But if you go behind and you can see, okay, in the month of March and month February and January, you have this much of available capacity. This line is available capacity. That means you have still available capacity where you can produce this material and you can fulfill the requirement of month of April. Correct? The same way in the September month, we have overloaded the capacity. Correct? You can pull that capacity here and resolve the issues. It's very simple to understand and to do the plan for the planner, right? Now, how to do it is again a very simple job to do for him. There are different options to do it, okay? What I told you in this slide, we have option first, we should check whether we have an alternative production order, or we should change and increase the capacity of machine, or we should prepone or pre-produce that material. If you go back here, okay, now I'll show you how to resolve that issues. I'm going back again on the same screen. Okay, click it here. It will show you these are the things. If you do have a semi-finish and raw materials in between, okay, you can give system will give you the multi-level simulation here. Okay, finish material below that, semi-finish material below that, semi-finish material that way. Now here system is saying, okay, for that finish material, here is the issue. One, you just click it here. You just select that one. Once you select, see there are two tab open now. One is pre-produce. You have option to pre-produce, correct? Also this tab is also open. That means system is saying, hey, for this material, you have one alternative production line. I'll just show you here, guys, that I already created. If you go to C223, okay, for that material, okay, I'll show you here. This is TJ LTP, right? And I'll remove this line. See, I have already created two production versions for that material. One is my production version 1 with FG1 line, and production version 2 I have already created uh, with some different machine. Okay, if you go to routing, you will come to know, okay, for that we are using some different machine. I'll just quickly show you. See, here it is showing FG2 machine, correct? And if you go back and you see, you look into the first one, it will show you FG1 machine. So we have two different production lines for the same machine. And that is why if you look into this thing, system is saying for this capacity constraint, you have two options. Either you can pre-produce or you can change the source of supply. Now we have already two issues. So what I'll do, first issue I'll resolve by pre-produce, and the second issue I'll resolve by changing the production line. Okay. Now just click on the pre-produce. And this is the beauty that is not there in your LTP. What here it is saying, okay, in month of January, you have extra available capacity of this much quantity. And in month of February, January and February, you have this much. Now proposed distribution. What system is saying, hey, you can pull your extra overloaded capacity. Total is 170, correct? 170, you can pull 99 here and 70 here, your capacity issue will get resolved. Okay, total requirement is 169, that is overloaded. If you see here, the requirement quantity in MD61, we said, okay, we want to produce 400, but we have available capacity of how much? 400 minus 169. So this much is overloaded. So you need to just adopt the proposal. Okay, it is coming here and apply. Now let's see what happened. See, now only one capacity constraint is there, and it's saying, okay, for this you have, earlier it was supposed to happen in month of April. Now you pulled capacity or you transferred the plan from month of April to month of February and month of January. Correct, 70 and 99. Now I'm going back. Now here the system is saying, now you have only one capacity constraint, and because of September and October month capacity has been overloaded. Same way, click it, check what is the problem, capacity simulation. It will say, okay, month of October and November, there is something wrong. There is a huge capacity, but you have capacity available here also. You can pull that capacity, pull that demand to this month and start your production. But we already saw how to pull that, how to, you know, change, how to change the demand from one month to other month. Now what I'll do, I'll try to give this capacity to some alternative production line because I'm having already, correct? Now I'm going back, same way. Select the line, select that capacity, go to multi-level material simulation, select that red tab, issue tab, And now system is saying, okay, you have a change source of supply. Click it. Now it is saying, okay, you have two different production lines, 228 and 229. FG assembly alternative and FG assembly. This is my production version description. That's what I shown you here, guys. Just a minute. See, if you go here, okay, see, FG assembly and alternative FG assembly. We do have two lines. It's also saying, okay, you have two lines. And what is the propose? Propose is saying, okay, you can say, give this much load to this line and this much load to this line. Adopt it. Done. Apply. Now what it is saying? Let's see. Still it is saying, okay, although you have done this thing, still there is an issue. I'm again going back and I'll see, okay, I have already distributed the load, but why there is still issue? Select it here again and check it here. Now you will get a very beautiful output. It's saying, okay, although you have transferred it, it's little change, but still you have a more load that you need to adjust it. See here, FG1, you have two different lines. Here required capacity 471, correct? Here still required capacity 5 each. Still this much of capacity is overloaded. Now you need to manage this. What you can do for it? Again, the same thing you can do. You can say, okay, pre-produce this material, correct? Go back. Then select this. Go to multi-level. Now you can see here 368 is overloaded. Okay, this much. Select this and say for pre-produce. Now it is saying, okay, now you have proposed distribution, this thing. You can, change the load from 1 month to other month. Now I have just converted. Now everything is solved. Capacity is 0. Correct? If you go to the simulation summary, it will show you for this plan what you did. You did 2 times pre-production. And here it will show you original of March and September simulated to April and September. This plan of this much quantity. And use is saying, okay, 2 times you change the source of supply. What is the source of supply you change? From FG assembly to alternative assembly. Earlier there was a load of this much. You distributed this much quantity to second line. I see, for a planner, it's very easy to do this part instead of going through all these things. And even after doing this, he's not able to do the thing. He has to do all the things manually, correct? Now there is one more option. Okay, if planner is saying, okay, I have already overloaded capacity and I cannot produce the material by changing the line or by changing the anything. In that case, he has an option to change the load exactly same what he was doing in LTP. In that case only you need to transfer the plan from inactive version to active. That also I'll show you. Okay, I'll quickly do one thing. I'll go back and I'll say, okay, the last thing what we did here, I don't want to do like that way. Okay, here what we did, we said it's a pre-produce. I don't want to pre-produce this. Okay, I'll just again go back to 0. Okay, 0 and 0 and apply. It will again come back with the issue. Okay, how to level it? It is taking some time. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, there is an issue back. Now here, I'll show you one more option. We saw 2 options, how to pre-produce it and how to change the production line. I'll show you one more option. One more option is go to the this thing, and instead of going to change source of supply and pre-produce, I'm going to the capacity plan simulation, and here itself I'm saying, okay, for that month I would like to run my machine at very high speed and without doing any break and these things. I want to extend the capacity from here to here. That means my available capacity I want to extend in this month. That is also possible. How to do it? Change available capacity, it's called. Okay, I'll just check it here. In which month? September, right? June, July, August, September, right? Here, if you click here, now see this tab is open. Now I'm saying, okay, I would like to change the available capacity. Here, what I'm saying, my capacity utilization was although 100%, I want to run machine very fast with 200, more than 200%, or whatever I'm current manufacturing or running cycle time of that machine, I would like to run at a extra high speed. If you are comfortable with this, that is also possible. You just adapt it. Now system say, okay, now earlier with 100% capacity, your available capacity of 714, now it will get double or triple, and that will get cover. Just check. Yeah, earlier that line was here, correct? Now I have changed my capacity availability and I increase it and I decided to run that machine at a very high speed. That is also possible. And my capacity issues is zero now.
Sir, can you
Yeah.
show me we have a subcontracting?
No, it's not a subcontracting. It's an in-house produced capacity planning. When you are saying material is subcontracting, is altogether is the procure material for me. Because we are not considering subcontracting capacity in our premises. We don't have a work center for a subcontractor, correct?
Okay, okay. Oh, okay.
Subcontracting is typically purchasing for me.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Now, till this point, I'm okay. Okay. Let's say I'll show you one more thing. The last option. What are the different options we saw here? I'm going back here. We saw how to pre-produce, correct? We saw how to change the alternative production line. If it is alternative production line, system will show you, okay, there is alternative production line. We saw change the capacity by running high speed, correct? That's what just now we saw. Now there is one more option. Now these all options are not available for me and I want to change the demand itself. Now what will happen if you choose that option? We'll go and quickly see, okay? I'll again go back and I'm saying, okay, whatever we have done, I'm sorry, whatever we have done, I'm not acceptable. I'm not supposed to run that machine that too fast, okay? I'm again selecting that month, September, and going to change available capacity. And when it was saying this month, I'm saying, no, I cannot accept that proposal. My machine cannot run. My machine can produce only that much what I'm saying. It will again go back. Normal exist, okay, just a minute. Refresh. I'll again go back to the error and I'll show you. Okay, for September month. Okay, what I'll do, change available capacity from 711 to 162%. Now it's already set, right? So what I'll do here, I haven't applied, but new capacity utilization should be, let's say,
100%, right? Yeah.
Yes. I just want to go back. Okay. Now, as per 100%, now this is the error. Now, here, what planner is saying, hey, for this thing, I cannot do anything. I cannot run my machine extra. I don't have capacity available here. I don't have an extra line. That means I cannot produce this material. That's what the planner decision is. In that case, what he has to do, what the last option is normally not supposed to take. We have to choose the some alternative option and we have to produce that material. But now for that planner, all the options are closed. Now what he can do, he will go back. Okay, for this there is a issue. He will again go back. And here he will say, okay, I cannot produce this much. So I'm changing my demand itself. Okay. Once he see change the demand, it's saying, okay, still you have a capacity constraint. Now your delivery performance is 98. Customer is expecting 500, you are manufacturing only 400, still there is a capacity constraint. Okay, I'm saying, okay, I can manufacture only 300 here. Check it. Now it's saying, okay, now there is no capacity constraint, but your delivery performance for that customer is reducing to 96%. I'm saying, okay, guys, I am okay with this. Now business management is okay with this. Just check the simulation summary. Now you will have a different options. Pre-production 1, change in demand 1, then change in source of supply 2. This many changes you have done, correct? Okay, change in demand is there. Now when go back, now it's done for me as of now. All the options I have set up, and we have done the all planning and all that. The last stage is that you need to release this plan. Once you release the plan, what will happen? Your change in demand will be set to your inactive production version. Inactive planning version. I'm here. I'll open it so that we can easily see MD63 as of now. What I'll do, I'll say okay for all. There is no inactive plan as of now. There is only one plan, correct? 500 that we have changed to 300 or something. Now I'm going back here and I'm trying to release this plan. What will happen? We will see. If I'll release without changing the demand, it will not come anything here. Okay, there will be only one line. But if I'll release that plan by changing the demand, it will come with an inactive version. Let's see. It's little slow, guys. Are you getting what I'm actually? This is very fresh. First time we are running this cycle. I'm also running first time. Okay.
Sir, so
So
far we are running with the active version, right?
yeah, so far it's totally at active version.
Yeah.
We are just doing the simulation. Okay, we are not doing any MRP here. There is no plan order for that material as of now. If you go to MD04, at active version itself, there is only demand. Okay, we just identified there are the capacity constraint here and here, and we try to resolve that capacity constraint by doing these 4 options. Correct? And now all has been removed, but only one thing that I thought like I changed the demand by 500 to 300. And now system is saying your delivery performance has been reduced by 96%, and I'm okay with that, right?
Sir, I want to know what is delivery performance 96 means?
That means
We are
customer
not
is
able to
asking,
deliver.
no, I'll tell you. Customer is asking 500 and you are saying, no, you are going to supply only 300. That means
Oh, that is
delivery for
delivery.
that customer has been reduced, right? So
Okay, okay.
total requirement is 2000. But now, as per the planning, what we did in simulation, you are supposed to give 1800 only. That means your delivery performance is only 96.
Okay, understood,
Okay.
understood. I'm thinking that maybe transportation
No.
duration time is
No,
not
no,
available.
no, no. No, that part only came when we changed the demand, right? Now I'm going back here. Okay. This is the demand plan that we have changed, and now my delivery performance is 96%. I am okay with that. I'm going back. Still, we are on the same application, guys. Only one application, 96%. No capacity constraint, nothing is there. Now you can release. Okay, I'll release it. Now it's saying, okay, would you like to continue? Releasing the simulation will create the plan independent requirement for the material, for the top level material, that means finished material, at inactive version 01, and for demand driven materials at a active version. What is demand driven? That is DDMRP, that we will discuss in the next part. But if there are any materials with D1, okay, D1 MRP type, that will directly go to 00 version. But other than that, it will go to inactive version. Now I'm expecting, I have already changed the demand. There should be an inactive plan here in, not in MD63. If not, then there should not be any changes, because we have almost covered whole 100% supply by changing the production lines and all that things. Correct? I'll just say okay. Now it's release in progress, right? I'll refresh it. It will take some time to release. Let's see. No, it's still in released, right? Your plan is released. Now go back and try to check your PIR. This is very rare case where we are actually changing the demand. Okay, since we have all the options available. See, inactive version 01 and new plan is you have changed from 500 to 300. This step what we did is very rarely we are supposed to do, okay, because we have already available capacity. If you go inside, you can easily find out there is a available capacity for that, right? And change in source of supply. Here you did the change. Now once you release, you cannot do any changes over here. Okay, here is very clearly saying reference quantity was 500, simulation you change it to 300, so delta is 200. That's why your delivery performance has been reduced, although there is no capacity constraint now. But this case is very rare actually. Somehow planner has to produce this material by planning some other machines or maybe by subcontractor or something, correct? But that's how we did. Now we are at this stage. We created planning by a simple step. We run it, plan it, resolve the issues. While resolving, I have changed the demand. Once released, it goes to inactive version. So since there was a change in demand, I need to go back to active version and start my production planning actually. How to do it for that? It's a simple step by copying the version from 01 to 00. That's how we used to do. Here, you can simply go back, okay? Now I'll keep this thing open so that we can able to see /nms64. I'm copying the plan from inactive version 01 to 00, and target version is active, and this part actually we need to do it. Okay, that's it. Copy, copied, good. Now I'm going back to MD 63. I'll go back and refresh it again. Okay, all active and inactive versions. This is actually set date. See, it changed now from 500 to 300, correct? Now you can start your own planning. There will be no any capacity constraint in future. Whatever capacity constraint, when you will go to the plan order and production order, that time you can anytime open that simulation plan and you can simply say, okay, for this month, this plan order you need to switch to this line. For this month, this plan order you need to switch to this line. That's it. Still, this part is doing manually. Okay. When you run, now whatever you did, that is at the simulation mode. Now you have changed the demand. Now when you run the MRP, system will still create the overloading in real, but you know the proposals. Where are the proposals? Proposals are already set up here. You can anytime go here and you can simply, okay, for this change demand is done. You can go to change source of supply, correct? Here you can go inside and you can see, okay, for this line, this much quantity we need to give, and for next line this much quantity you need to give. So when you are creating plan order to production order, manually you can choose the second number production version and you can say, okay, 79 to this line, 200 to this line, done. Same way pre-production, when you are going inside, when you are creating the production plan, you can simply say, okay, for month of March, originally it was supposed to happen in month of March and then simulated to April of this much quantity. You can simply bifurcate the plan order to production order by 169 and create in the next month, right? So basically what happened, the same thing PMRP helped me to do within the two application with proposals to adopt. System is individually going inside and checking what is the available capacity for that specific month, what is the available alternative production line for that specific month, and system say, okay, this much line, this much quantity, you just bifurcate it, done, correct? But here that option is not available. My expectation is maybe in our next release, okay, SAP S/4HANA release, this part still we are bifurcating plan order to production order by, let's say I have two different production lines, right? 01 and 02. and we need to do it manually by looking into this. Correct. As of now, by looking into this part, we need to create the plan order to production order manually. Maybe in coming release, that thing will get added, okay, where you no need to do manually even. System will automatically come here, read it, what is the plan, right? Based on that, system will bifurcate the quantity and plan order to production order will happen. But that that part is not yet developed, okay. And this is not sure whether it will come or not, but this is what the PMRP is. Any questions on that, guys? I'll quickly run that. It's very simple, okay. The only we did it a little slowly, okay. If let's say I'll do one thing, okay. I'm again going to the plan.
Meanwhile, can I ask one question?
Yes, go ahead.
One question and one additional information. And
Yeah.
my question is, in both the cases, long-term planning and PMRP, you have done first with the active version, and then you have released and saved or released it into the inactive version,
Mm-hmm.
and again you changed the inactive version into active version.
Mm-hmm.
These are the three methods you did for the both
Why
cases.
why I did? If I would have done the planning and changes here, and I came here, okay,
Yes.
analysis, and I came to know, okay, I need to change the demand. Is it right way that I'll directly change the demand what is there at a 00 version without taking anybody's approval? No, you cannot do it, right? Otherwise, next MRP run will plan as based on whatever you have done the changes. You need one step ahead. You want to do it at a simulation level. You should go to the management and get the approval. Okay, boss, for this month, demand is 1000, but we are supposed to manufacture 800. Is that okay? Management will say, oh, it's not okay. Go ahead and produce 800. Remaining 200, we will get it from subcontractor. Correct? You cannot simply go and change your real demand here. For that, what we did, basically what planner used to do, planner used to do this simulation at a simulation version, and then he will propose that quantity to the management. If manager approves, then he will go and copy it to here. If
Yes.
not, your plan is still open. You can go ahead. You will face the capacity constraint here. Correct?
Now I am clear with everything, and I need little bit additional information. Last time you have shown in long-term planning cost analysis and activities
Yes.
analysis, and also requirement proposals
Yeah.
like purchase requisitions. Can you show me in the
Yes.
PMRP also?
In the PMRP, see, I'll show you. It's there only. Actually, yes, I'll go here. Okay. We have already this thing in the simulation. No, not here. Okay. I'll check here because there is a multi-level, right? If you go to the multi-level, you can see this is the thing, correct? This is what your proposal, sorry, planned and all that things. Okay. I'll go back. I'll go to the, go inside. No, there is no any capacity constraint anyway. I'll check month wise, any month, no problem. Uh, Simulation summary. Okay. In the pre-production or anything, it is there. Just a minute, guys. Since there are no any capacity constraint, I want to go back. When you are exploding it, okay,
Mm.
that time, yeah, here is the multi-level simulation. Okay, just click it. Now see in this month, in month of August, you need this much raw material.
Okay.
In month of April, you need this much of cost part is not yet there in the PMRP. Okay, for that it's again a report, right? That's what we did over there.
Sir, for complete origin period, this much amount of this raw material required. Can we
Okay,
get
okay,
like
okay.
cumulative everything?
As of now, I haven't seen that report. Okay, in the PMRP, but because this is very newly, tool. Maybe this thing will come up later on, later release. I'm sure. Let me see. But I haven't seen that part as you are
Sir,
asking. The
along
same
with
way.
the PMRP, we have still LTP, right?
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
at
Still, see. PMRP is not successor of your LTP. Okay, LTP is a separate one. But for sure, what SAP will do in future, rather going with more simplifications in LTP, SAP will always recommend customer to go ahead with PMRP, and SAP will try to do and give whatever your requirement here only.
Okay, understood.
That's what earlier also SAP did in sales operation and planning. SAP haven't done anything. Okay, more since SAP came up with SOP, APO module, right?
Yes.
Now for LTP also the same thing is supposed to happen. The same thing if you see in capacity planning and leveling, still very old transaction code from SSP R3 CC 6.0, CM01, CM21, CM25, CM55, CM38. Exactly same transaction, nothing additional thing, because our APO continuously they are developing. Now they are developing IBP, right? The same thing will happen with LTP. But at least you able to understand what is the basic difference.
Yes,
First
yes,
thing,
I understood both the
yes.
processes.
First thing in LTP, it's more complicated. It's not that easy for planner to do it. And the main important part is during LTP simulation, system will not propose you. System will not give you the proposals, although you are doing so many steps. But in PMRP, simple only one application, you get everything. It's very simple, right? If you explore that,
Yes,
yeah, if you explore that application, you'll get easily how it's happening. Okay, guys. Before closing, you have any doubts? Meanwhile, what I'll do, I'll quickly, try to complete this end-to-end cycle. Okay, so that you will be again give a more clear-eye picture. Meanwhile, you can ask your question if you have anything. I'll create some more. Okay, I'll first delete everything, whatever there is. MD62. Just give me a minute. Any question, guys?
Sir, whenever possible, can you show me same thing with the product group, sir? Now you have done only with one final product, right?
See, when we are starting our sales operation and planning, okay, we will go ahead with product group. But meanwhile, here also I'll show you only one material, and two material is not a big deal. I'll show you how. But I have only one material, but I'll simply show you how it works. Okay, let's say you are having a planning for /NMD61. Okay, simply go here, put down the dates from 1st of January to this much. Okay, and you have a plan. You may have a multiple materials here. Okay, so that's fine. I'll create some more capacity constraint now. So that system will create more capacity constraint for me. Okay, once plan is there, what to do next? Simply go here in the simulation and create your planning. Or you can simply copy. This one you can copy also. Okay, I'm copying it. Copy. That's it. Everything is there. I no need to mention it separately, correct? Only here I need to tell it's a 02 and this is also 02. So that otherwise it will throw us an error that plan is already available or ID is already available. If you have multiple materials, you just put it here multiple material. That's it. Okay? No need to do anything. You have a multiple material plan in MD61, put here multiple materials, whatever you. Or if you want to do for all, just remove the material, system will do for all the materials within the plant. Right? PMRP. This is fine, this is fine, done. Check schedule. Check the status. Refresh, it's released. Completed. Yeah, finished. Now nothing to do. Just go to the next application and try to find out what are the errors, what are the issues you are supposed to face due to capacity and all, right? This is your plan. I'm sorry, going back. This is your simulation. Here, give your plan TJ03 and your plan. No, what is that? TJ03. This one, I think. 02, right? And there are 5 capacity constraints, correct? Simply go
Yeah.
inside. Before that, you can see what are the constraints. Oh, there are so many constraints because of this high, this thing. Okay, but when I'm going here, it will almost resolve most of the things. I'll pull that things in the back date. Okay, simply select it.
Same procedure like
Same
before.
process. Very
Okay.
initially we go ahead slowly. Okay, go to multi-level. Because of this, there are issue. Okay, select it and pre-produce it. System will propose you, okay, in this month you can pull the capacity by this quantity. I'm not doing any calculation. Just adopt it, apply it. Try to see how many errors are there. Only 5. Okay, refresh. Because of this, still there is a error.
Uh,
Okay, okay. Again, select the same material and go to the capacity. Now I do have only 2 options. If you go back, it's little slow. Okay, here you can see, okay, in this month there is very small line, right? And because of that, there is a capacity constraint. I can understand. Okay, I'm going back. And again, I'll ask, is there any proposal available for that? Pre-produce available? Let's check. Okay, it's not available because it's already applied, right? Adopt proposal. I'll try to apply it. Refresh because pre-produce is not available for that point. What I'll do, I'll go again inside and I'll try to change the source of supply here because I have some different line alternative. I'll say, okay, adopt it. 6 eaches here. They are very small, right, thing. So I'm just pushing that 6 eaches here, apply it. Now everything is fine. Now there are only 4, correct? Refresh it, go back, and let's look for that 4. I'm not now doing any calculation. Okay, once that planner is very used to with the different machines and he know what to do at what level, right? Here,
the second production version, it is indirectly we are increasing the capacity also, right?
yes, in the no, no, it's already available. If not, what he has to do, he has to hire one machine. He has to set up that machine for that specific month at least, correct? And he has
Oh,
to create one separate routing and one separate production version. Once he is creating that routing and production version, when he is going here, it will automatically show him, okay, you have a separate production line there, correct?
okay, okay.
That's how actually, but in LTP, you are not able to visualize that things. That is the problem, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm again adapting this thing here. Okay, 500 out of 500 done. Now only 4, but still there is small issue. What is that issue? Let's check. Pre-produce. Is there any option to pre-produce? Okay, there are minus minus. Okay, adopt it. Minus will not allow you to do because very small constraint are there. Anyway, if you go capacity simulation, it will show you a very small constraint. This one is there, this one is there. In this case, we can increase the capacity because this is not that much big, correct? And for this, you can go back and set it here. Otherwise, you need to increase the capacity constraint here, correct? I'm selecting this. Oh, sorry. I'm going back. Okay, I'll just do for that also, and then I'll come back. Go back. And again, I'm going back because that line is also not so good. There are so many capacity constraints. So again, I'm going to the multi-level, this thing. I'm checking whether there is any option to settle it, adopt, copy. Okay, still there is some extra. Okay, I'll check whether there is any option to pre-produce. Select pre-produce, adopt. This is 00 coming. So I'll do one thing, apply. Now there are very small constraints. That's how planning can do easily. This is very, that plan was not that good. That's the reason we are not getting this many things. Good. Okay, it's already adopted. Still the error constraint. No, refresh. Still there are 4 capacity issues, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, anyway, now you have to change the demand or you have to increase the capacity.
Change the
Right?
demand.
Yes. So you can do one thing here. You can go and check this capacity constraint, capacity plan, how to change the capacity availability. Okay. Go here. Okay. Here is the problem, right? Increase it by this many. Okay. Adopt, apply. Now this will get resolved. Correct. This is green. Also in July. Here also. Okay. We don't have any other option, guys. So we need to run machine at very high speed. Perfectly fine. Adopt proposal. Here it is not showing me. Okay.
High speed means overtime, sir.
Overtime is not actually overtime. Basically, it's like if you have any break, shift break or something, you need to
Okay.
reduce it. Second thing, in the production line, there is a cycle time for one product to manufacture it. Okay. In that case, if you have a cycle time that is overbreach or something, you can go and you can, change the cycle time of that machine so that it will give you the correct output. Required is 719. Okay, I'll put here direct 7. It's not, although not proposed. Okay, I have increased very huge, so it goes. Okay, same way. It's not a real practice, but I'm just showing you how easy it is to do.
Yes, I understood now.
1020. 256. Yeah, here also I can do this. Capacity utilization 256, apply. This is the only one thing remaining. But
We are
simply,
doing capacity planning also including with this.
yes, including it, this means system is giving me the proposals here. So it's very easy for me to check where we can pull this. Now I can, come here and I can put plan here also. Let me see whether I can put it. Okay. I'll go here, this month plan, right? I'll just try to increase by 347. Full utilization done. Now there is 00, correct? Go back. Both lines are now full, correct? Then go back. You can look into the simulation. You can release it. Done. Now you haven't changed any demand, right? Somehow you managed to, produce the material within your factory. Now, in that case, you don't need to play this thing. You can directly go to MRP and start your production. When you actually go to the production, you just look into the planning what you did in the simulation, and based on that, you need to convert the plan order to production and go ahead.